Good morning, my students. How are you today? Today, we have a new lesson. Before we start, I want you to think how life has become easier than in the past. Thanks for advancement of technology. I want you to think with your parents about jobs that existed in the past but don't exist now because of the advancement of technology. Excellent. Now, I want you to open the book at page 6 and 7, look at the pictures and the text, and think, what are we going to learn today? Excellent. Our lesson today is entitled Jobs in the Past. And our objectives are to acquire new words, use, form, and meaning. Our second aim is to read about jobs in the past. And our last aim is to compare between the past simple and the past continuous. Let's start our lesson. We will start with the vocabulary. Look at the pictures, listen carefully, and repeat.
Typist, furniture, factory, change.
Now, I want you to use the new words to form meaningful sentences. For level A, try to write 3 sentences. For level B, try to write more than 5 sentences. And for level C, I want you to try your best and form a paragraph consists of these words. Now, let's move to our second aim. Before we start, I want you to look at the pictures and the text and tell me what the text mainly about. Great. It's about jobs in the past. First, we are going to listen carefully and match the pictures with the paragraphs. Look at the pictures, look at the paragraphs, listen carefully and match.
Jobs in the past. Times change and the world changes too. In the past, people worked as typists, basket makers, milkmen, or ice sellers. But today, these jobs do not exist in most places around the world. What are these jobs? A lot of changes came with the computer. In the past, there were many typists. They typed letters on typewriters. But now, most people use computers. Basket makers were people who made baskets and furniture. Now factories make these things, and people buy them in big shops or shopping centers. Another example is the milkman. He was the man who brought fresh milk to people's houses. People left the money outside their door. You see, people didn't always have fridges. Ice sellers or icemen sold ice in the streets on hot days. But now, everyone has ice in their freezer.
Have you done all of them? Great. Check your answer with me. Now, I want you to pause the video and try to read the text out loud with your parents. Try to capture a video or record your voice and send me on the WhatsApp. Excellent. Now, after we have finished our reading, I want you to open the book and try to answer exercise number 2 in page 6. Now, I want you to play the game in page 7 with your brother or your sister. Try to record a video or write a short description like the example and send me on the WhatsApp. Our last exercise in page 7 is a listening task. Before we start listening, I want you to read the questions and try to guess the correct answer. Now, listen carefully and choose the correct answer.
Activity 4. Listen to a dialogue between Ryan and his dad and circle A or B.
Look at this picture, Ryan.
Who's that, Dad?
Grandad Joe. He's very young in this picture.
He looks like a postman. But Grandad wasn't a postman, right? He worked in a factory.
Yes, but he worked as a milkman for some years before that.
A milkman? Oh, I know. Milkmen brought milk to people's houses back then.
That's right. Grandad liked his job very much. He didn't want to do anything else.
Why did he change jobs then? What happened?
Well, more people bought fridges, and fridges became popular. People bought their milk from the supermarkets, and they kept it in the fridge at home.
And Grandad Joe lost his job. That's sad.
Yes, but that's life. Times change. He found another job later anyway.
How?
One day, while he was shopping at a supermarket, he met a factory owner, and he gave him a job. Isn't that funny?
So he got a job at a fridge factory.
Now we have reached our last aim. Before we start, I want you to watch this video and come back to me.
Why are you crying, Nick?
I had a terrible day.
You didn't answer my call. I called you at 12 o'clock.
I was having a surgery at 12 o'clock this morning.
A surgery?
I was driving my new car when suddenly a tree appeared in front of me. And I crashed into the tree. Then, the medics took me to the hospital. The doctor was examining my leg while I was sleeping.
Great. What do you think we use the past simple in? Yes, we use the past simple to talk about actions that happened and finished in the past. Like, yesterday I played football. I watched a movie. I slept at 8 o'clock. We use the past continuous or the past progressive to talk about actions that were happening at certain time in the past and another actions stopped it or interrupted it. Like, while I was playing football yesterday, I fell and broke my leg. My sister was watching a film when we came back home. For more details about the past simple and the past continuous, I want you to watch this illustration. Now we have reached the end of our lesson. Before we go, I want you to try your best to answer the exercises at your workbook, and don't forget to make the Google form. You will find the link below the video. Good luck for you and see you soon.